Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Two Vintage Sports Guys. I am your host, Joe Rendacci, kicking it over to my partner, Paul Gallagher. What's going on, Paul?
Hello, everybody. Paul here. Well, that was my Bob Uecker imitation, just by happenstance. A lot's going on. It's World Cup season. It's England versus Croatia right now. Kane just got a penalty shot, went up 1-0.
I'm already snoozing. So are we leading with that, or we're going to
We're
recap
leading
the
with that.
NBA
It's
and,
the
and
World
NHL
Cup.
Finals?
Joe, it's a big world, and it's the World Cup. It happens every 4 years. Don't be your typical New York
Yorker.
American self and say soccer's boring, blah blah blah. It's exciting, it's fun. Nations come together. It's magical. Sometimes it ends in a tie, but that's okay.
There you go. That's problem one with
No, it's
with
not a
soccer
problem.
/ football, as the rest of the world calls it. You cannot have 0-0 ties.
You can, you
Even
get
the
a point.
NHL fixed that years ago with the
You say
shootout.
fix, I say change. It's not necessarily a fix. It's you get a point. Everybody gets a point.
Everybody gets a trophy. Is that what we're at now?
No, but they get a
It's like
point.
my kid playing dodgeball in third grade. We're all
Cape,
winners. You're not all winners, kids.
No. Cape Verde gets a point. Other
So
little small countries get the
why
point.
not?
Anyway,
Why not? No, you brought this up, and now I'm going to go there. So why
Hmm.
not, if after regulation, take 3 people off the field like they do in hockey? Open it up more.
Because some things shouldn't change, Joe.
Did
I
you
would
think that
think as
about
an
hockey before they did that 60 years later?
as a 3-on-3 hockey is wonderful. It's the best thing ever invented. But that's not the point. The
That is
point
the
is
point.
some things should never change. Much like you as an old curmudgeon from New York, even though you're now in Florida. Joe, don't change, Joe, for anybody. Just stay you. Stay
I
the
am an
same.
old curmudgeon. I wear that as a badge of honor. What were we expecting? Like a retort there?
It's 0-0 is fine. Win by 2 games at Wimbledon without a tiebreaker. Fine. Some things are just fine, Joe. Some things are fine.
Okay, Paul. Are we done with soccer / football?
Well, it
Or
won't be done with the World Cup until like July 10th or 15th or
are we
something.
done on this podcast with that?
Speaking of done, the NHL and the NBA have come
There
to
we
a
go.
conclusion, and you did a perfect segue
Tell me your
into
thoughts, Paul.
my thoughts are it was inevitable. I won $28 on the New York Knickerbockers winning. I had to suffer through, all the people invading San Antonio. Lovely place San Antonio was. I don't know how many buildings were burned down in New York that evening, but good for them. I'm proud of them. I'm especially proud for the university, which is Villanova, which produced 3
Oh, the
of the
Nova
big
Knicks.
winners.
See, you got something out of it, you
I did get
Pennsylvania
something.
kid.
Brunson is fantastic. What the best part about it was Brunson and his dad winning. I'll give it that. Father-son moment. Wonderful thing. I'm happy for them. Good for them. Let's move on.
So, you know what? Here's a little trivia there. Who was on the 1999 San Antonio New York Knicks last finals? His father played for San
Yeah,
Antonio.
right. There you go. That's awesome. Probably
It's-
was that the Admiral in that too, or no?
Admiral was there, Tim Duncan was there, and Ewing was hurt. So that was
Solid team.
a 4-1 game beating, just like this pretty much was. This wasn't a beating because San Antonio led San
Every
Antonio could have
game.
won this series. San Antonio could have swept them this whole series.
So are they getting crushed in the media for choking? Are they choking, or are they getting off the hook because the Knicks were a good team? I haven't heard the choke word, but I
I
think
think
most
San
teams will.
Antonio was not supposed to beat OKC, so they were here early and
Yeah,
young
yeah.
and aren't getting as killed as much as they could be just because of that. I think the coach did a horrible job of not having Wemby playing in rather than shooting 18-foot 3-pointers
Yeah,
out there.
right, right. hang
I
out
mean,
under the basket and tip it in, for
yeah,
God's sakes.
can't do
Yeah,
that.
I would agree. I would agree with that. And they'll make some upgrades. Good for them. They showed up, but I don't understand how they lost. Like you said, every game they were winning. Some by a lot, some by a little, but
I mean, I told you at halftime of that 29-point comeback, it's not over. Go check the texts.
yeah,
You're like, oh,
you
it's a
no.
blowout. And I'm like, it's not over.
I don't have to check the texts because you remind me so often that you're right. I don't need to go back to the text very
I
much.
also,
You do a good
hang on.
job.
I was also the one who said, not to you, but to many people, and I hated being right about this one when not the Jets, the Falcons were beating the Patriots in
Oh,
the Super
yeah.
Bowl.
I don't remember. I'm
You
sorry.
remember, it was like the biggest
Horrible.
comeback when Brady led him back from like 28-3. You don't remember?
I was probably drunk by halftime. I don't remember. If the Eagles aren't
Yeah.
in it, it's not that big a deal. So we'll
And
close the NBA season. We'll talk about something else. I think you were right about, which was Canes and six. I believe you called that one
no,
as
you
well.
were right. You were right.
Oh, oh,
I
I'm sorry.
called, I called Vegas at 6 or 7. You
Oh,
called Canes in 6.
wonderful memory you have. You're not that old.
I,
You still remember it.
I
Good.
call it the way it is. You were right. I, you didn't think, no, you thought Montreal. Now, you
I was
actually, at the end of the
rooting for
day,
Montreal because I love the city and the country, and
yeah,
it's
but
wonderful
you
people.
you started to lean towards Montreal beating the Canes, and I'm like, you're going to be wrong. But by the end of it, you did agree Canes in 6 in that series.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So better team. Good for Rod Brindamore. Good for 37-year-old Stahl. Good for the young folks. Great for Freddie Anderson. He was a wonderful goalie all season. Didn't play the last couple of games, and then Bussy came in and mopped it up, and wonderful close to a great season. And hockey got even better. It'll continue to be, but now it kind of, if it wasn't for the World Cup, we'd be in the doldrums of summer already. But you know,
Well,
we're
at
two
least your
sports is
Phillies are
done.
above 500, and the Mets, are making golf like arrangements because this.
Schwarber leading the baseball and home runs, I believe, at 24. God bless him. We're making a comeback. Braves are falling apart. We'll be there. It'll be a long summer.
It's
We'll
a
catch a
long
few more.
season.
We'll catch a few more soccer games, but we'll tune in the baseball. We'll go to some games. We should make it a point to go to some games.
Oh, Kansas City. One more stadium I got.
Kansas City. We'll do Kansas City and Arlington. Both. We'll
All
do
right.
it
Well,
on one
you know
trip.
what? Let's finish up. You started on the World Cup. Let's finish it. Tell me about Messi's hat trick there.
I mean, he's just a force to be reckoned with. It was even a decent team that they were playing. I think I forget who they were playing, but yeah, he's now we're getting into some really big games. Argentina last night, Brazil was playing, England's on right now, as we said. Some big powerhouses are coming on. It'll be fun. I don't have predictions for this one. Everybody hops on France and Spain and whatnot. I don't have a prediction. I kind of just root for everybody. I will
What
take
the heck does that
Germany.
mean?
It
Aren't you
means I
rooting for
don't
the
have a
U.S.?
faith. Yes, of course I am. But
Okay.
do you think
I'll
they'll
have to
win
call you a
the
traitor.
whole
So
thing?
if the U.S. is out, who are you rooting for?
Oh, that's what I was just going to say. Probably Germany because my son is a big Germany fan. So I'll go for them. How about that?
Why is
They
it
had
the
an
big
easy
German?
like 6-1 because he's always liked them since we lived outside the country. He picked up on soccer when he was just a wee lad.
Oh,
Just a wee
we lad.
lad.
Oh, I like that.
Speaking of which, you got to go on Instagram. Scotland took over Fenway Park Sunday night, like it was unbelievable, singing songs. They call it the Tartan Army. They took over Boston. They had a new tea party, dumping stuff into the water into the harbor. It's really, I can't stress this enough. The fun the people are having, moving from city to city, following their team, enjoying this beautiful country as we lead up to our 250th. Oh, there's the other sport. Did you watch the UFC on the White House lawn?
No, but I heard it was
Huge
attended.
upset.
I
I
heard it
might have
went well.
lost. I might have lost $20 on some guy I never heard of. Huge upset on the number one card, but Yeah, UFC on the front lawn. It was quite exciting. My
You
kids
know what
love the
that's going to be?
UFC.
That's going to be a movie someday because of the plot. No, 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 seriously.
Oh
Because of
yeah, I can't laugh.
the
They foiled
terrorist
the
plot,
plot. Yeah.
there's going to be a whole movie. Do you remember the movie Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Hang on. Is somebody trying to stop that blowing up the Pittsburgh Penguins finals cup? You don't remember that movie from like the
No,
90s?
I don't. I must admit, I don't recall every Jean-Claude
So
Van
they're
Damme
playing
movie.
like what's his name? Luke Robitaille is on the ice, and like the Penguins are playing in the cup as he's running about killing bad guys. And at one point he has to hide out in a goalie outfit, and they put him out there thinking he's the backup goalie.
Jeez,
He has to
it's one
stop a
star.
penalty
It had
shot.
1 star. Rotten Tomatoes rating of 38%. It sounds like, but
That's going to
anyway.
be the UFC at the White House while they're stopping a terrorist plot. It's going to be Die Hard 87 UFC night. Die Hard.
It was a great night. We watched that one too. We stayed up. We had both kids home, so we were watching UFC on the front lawn. So it was a big sporting week when you look back on it. NBA, NHL, UFC, World Cup, and baseball.
So what you're saying is it's only downhill from here.
It's going to be a long summer. It's really the doldrums of wait till we get till August. August will be tough. Might have to take August off. We
Dog
might not
days
have
of
a
summer.
podcast in August. We might have to take off.
I'll go back to watching my Ken Burns baseball special like I do every year.
Even that's long too. That's long. But
I
anyway,
love that. You don't like that?
of course I like it. I'm American. Everybody likes Ken. I'll take any Ken Burns documentary. Any of them. They're all great.
Can't even think of the other ones. What, Civil
I
War?
can't. Maybe I can't think of them either. But I know he has them. He's got
Civil War.
6-part miniseries everywhere. A lot of them.
Do you know his more stupid trivia? His brother, Rick Burns, does them too. Did a 9-part New Yorker on the whole history of New York. It's pretty good, actually. I know you're not a New Yorker, but
I
but
did not know.
it goes back to like the Indians of the 1600s through the corruption of 1900,
Tammany
Tammany Hall.
There you go. There you
Pretty
go.
cool.
New Amsterdam and how it was sold. I did watch a good special on Netflix, which was The Vices That Made America. So it was a documentary about alcohol, drugs, and all the vices that we have and how they came to be. And it's pretty good, actually. Netflix.
What's the worst vice? Is it alcohol or drugs or gambling?
They've each got their own little death knell spiral that they go down, but you gotta say drugs. But yeah, they all have their own little vice. But it's what America was built on.
Here. We'll end it on that. All right. Well, that's it. Say goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye, Paul.
All right, everybody. Thank you. And stay tuned for the next episode. Take care.